you might be able to see something really interesting that we like to call light pillars. Now, what it is, it's really just a vertical band of light that stretches from a light source, like a street light or a traffic light, and it's the light that's reflected in ice crystals that are suspended near the ground. In order to get them, you need really cold and calm conditions. Here's actually one picture. It's a little bit difficult to see from there, so I'm going to zoom in. You can see the light pillars right there, right on the horizon. We're going to be fighting with sunrise tomorrow morning, so your best chance to see that eclipse, if you look towards the west-northwest, just over the horizon before sunrise. You may be wondering, there's been so many names. Well, yes, the lunar eclipse is one. It's called a blood moon because of that red tint that the moon is going to have. It's called a supermoon because it's going to be at its closest position to the Earth, so it's going to look bigger. It's also called a blue moon, not because or any correlation to the beer, but it's because a blue moon is the second full moon that we see during a calendar month. What did you notice when you walked out the door this morning?
I noticed how bright it was.
Yeah, and that's really bright because we have the full moon today, the second one of the month, so therefore it is called a blue moon. But it's also the super moon and a lunar eclipse. We
a lot of moon stuff going on.
A lot of moon stuff today, but the first thing you're going to notice when you step outside is it's very bright. Depending on where you are, you're already beginning to see that moon change. Out in Morningside, we can see that moon a little bit on our Skywatch camera. We're going to take another look out at Lamar's right now. Just off my shoulder, you can barely see a little bit left of the moon out there. It doesn't look that cold, but when you step outside this morning, you're almost going to want to scurry back inside.
Is it supposed to be cloudy there today?
I'm going to stay out of this one. I'm going, because I kind of have the advantage, I'm going to stay out of this one.
All right.
I'm going to let you all decide what you think is going to happen. Well, if Punxsutawney Phil was trying to view his shadow here in Siouxland, he'd probably just scurry right back inside after seeing these temperatures and feeling them. Now, if you are heading up to Minneapolis on Sunday for the big game going on this weekend, it's going to be cold. Now, granted, I know the game is inside, but when we're looking at temperatures to start Sunday morning in Minneapolis, we're looking at things being right around zero, and during the time of the game, our temperatures are only going to be in the single digits. While that snow continues to fall here in Siouxland, a live look out in Morningside, you can really see that snow, especially in the streetlights there. The airport's also reporting some snow and a temperature of 10 degrees. A live look at radar, those heavier pockets of snow where those darker blues are, that's probably a good indication of where we're seeing that snow reduce the visibilities out there. Yesterday's snowfall was very light, but it was confined to the morning, but it did give us a little over 3 inches of snow here in Sioux City, so that puts our total above average for this time of the year. If you are a snow lover, there are more chances for snow in the forecast. Our next weather maker arrives by Friday, and details in terms of how much snow we're going to get are still a little bit sketchy, but we do anticipate snow arriving Thursday night, continuing into Friday. That's probably going to be when the majority of the snow is going to be. Most of that snow is going to be overnight, like we said. That's when the heaviest of the snow is going to arrive. We're anticipating about 2 to 4 inches of snow by the time Friday afternoon rolls around, and we've actually changed our forecast a little bit from what you saw yesterday, so you're going to want to tune in a few minutes. We'll have the details on that as you head out the door this morning. Although it is going to be a bit on the cloudy side, I think those snow chances for Saturday have really gone down. Therefore, we've brought our snow totals down a little bit as well. Yesterday, we were going with a range of about 4 to 6 inches. Today, pretty much cut that in half. Somewhere between 2 and 4 inches of snow is what we can expect by the time everything is pretty much done by Friday evening. But look what comes back in our forecast right around the evening commute once again. More snow. I can hear the sighs already. Jake, are you at that point in the season where you're tired of the snow yet?
Yeah, if we didn't get much more snow, I wouldn't mind too much. Heard we got a couple inches with maybe a little more on the way. Huh?
Yeah, right at midnight, the official number from yesterday was 2.2 inches. We had a little bit of snow continue after midnight, so that total's probably going to be closer to 3 inches.